So what we did last week was Scott comes towards me, I come towards Scott, right? So we're distanced. Rest of the time, we walked in, I blocked the kick, and I'd said five punches, knock Scott back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, just 5 just to make a point. We don't want to go into the old Shodan, hey, do 1, right? So Scott's coming in, I knock him back. I don't stay there, I knock him back, but actually put some actual punches in. Actual face to actual shoulder, around the side. Don't just do that, right? That's what we covered last time. What we're going to do now is part 2 of what I should have done, which has gone through kicking range and block the kick, through punching range to get points, to get singular points, then go into grappling range to try and get those 3-pointers. Okay? I'll show you an example. I'm sure Sensei Greg will show you one as well of what you can do, depending on whether you go high or low with the clinch. Okay? Whether you fire blanket or whether you come underneath, go for the single, double. You can have to have a bit of fun. So we're going to storm in. Block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clinch. And I'm going to do something with this. So at this point, I'm going to try and put Scott on the floor. Now, there's a few things I can do here. So I could, if I'm high, it might be that I try and slip through this way, try and take a leg this way, sit on it, bang, bang, bang. Okay? You don't have to sit on them, we can cover that in grappling if you want. Or, he comes in for the kick, 1, 2, maybe I've come low, I'm going to go in low this way. Okay? Keep this nice and tight, I'm side on to him, I'm on a good stance. So it might be, I sit down, straighten the leg, try and sit on it. Okay? If this is completely new to you, if you can get yourself to one of the clinch positions, that's a pretty good part of the exercise done. Okay? So we get the storm in, kick, 1, 2, 3, 4, fire back, get on top, take an arm, take the neck, start with that, if you want to start with that. Or if you end up in this position, boom, take this position, just hold that, try and stay on the side, and then we'll try to add some takedowns based on that. Okay? A big part of this is don't be nervous. You know, we are breaking through 3 barriers here. We're breaking through kicking range, punching range, and grappling range. Okay, that's quite overwhelming, but the more you do it, the less overwhelming it will be. Okay? We're talking about blocking, right? So this is all well and good. This exercise comes from the perspective of me, I suppose. Me being the one doing the blocking and the punching, driving forwards. But as with any 2-person exercise, you have to consider the other person must also be training. They're not always a newbie, just stood there like that. So in this case, if I come in, I do the kick, and Scott does the block, and Scott drives forwards, you know, I've got some training to do here as well. I've got to protect the head, I've got to protect the middle. And again, this is something that we covered on striking week, something else that again, I need to work on, because I need to bring the hands up, elbows in. 20 years of being taught how to do that, right? A fair point, which is, if you compared my response to this to what I would have done in the past, which is Scott trying to get Yondan and Shodan punches in, and my guard's down here, right? So let's say he punches me in the head, big block. Maybe he goes stomach, big block. Comes around the side, big block, right? Comes around the other side, big block, right? I think, I'm going to say something controversial now. I think the reason why this happened was because the instructors that formulated this system had their own idea of how people punch, right? Which is that, or that, or that, okay? Which, if you know anything about punching, is that if I'm going to, heaven forbid, punch Scott in the face, I'm not going to do it like that. I'm going to do it like that, right? I think we could all agree, white belt or 5th Dan, we could all agree that's correct, right? I'm going to punch Scott in the face. I'm going to go into his head, right? Without being too graphic. I'm not going to clip him on the skin. I'm going to try and go in, unless of course you're trying to clip the chin, that's a bit different, but if I'm trying to hit him in the face, I'm trying to go in a bit, right? So going, with the finishing point, if I'm going by my reach, that's, in most cases, that's not how we should practice, and that's why we can afford to have big blocks, right? This is something I've been reflecting on for quite a while. I instinctively do big blocks, but I think it's because I instinctively keep that distance in punching range. Punching range is here, where I can punch and Scott can punch, right? This isn't punching range, not really. He does a straight punch. But what if I didn't block? Right? So try and stick with this, right? This is kind of like my mouth with someone else's word, right? Because this is something that I'm trying to work on as well. Is if Scott is hitting the head, parry, keep it small. The punches are smaller than you think, so the parries are smaller than you think. He's blocking, if he's attacking the stomach, use the elbow. I'm saying this, I need to work on this as well, okay? If he comes around the side, brush your hair, okay? The other side, brush your head, especially if you're driving backwards. So if you're driving backwards, try and keep small. So I know this exercise is meant to be for Scott, but if I wanted to retaliate, then I could. I could either stay in punching range, or I could reach in to grappling range, okay? So stick with the parrying, stick with the hands, high elbows in, and with time, this will all become familiar, okay? So go back to the exercise and consider that, but remember this is a two-person exercise. It's just designed around one of the people, okay? A bit like pad work. Pad work is for the person doing the punching, but this is good conditioning for the pad holder. You're also learning how to be a good pad holder, okay?